just wanted to talk a bit about empathy or compassion. Empathy often comes up at the events and people tend to struggle with it, and it's usually because you're taking on a lower vibration reflected upon the external circumstances, whether it's a space you're going in to or whatever. And I often give an example of being out in nature. You can raise your vibration and be in touch with the stillness, or going into a space and it's like you can cut the atmosphere with a knife, and if you start to resonate with that, then it's resonating with something within you and you start to struggle. And these are things that empaths struggle with a lot, or empathic reactions. Everybody has that ability, by the way. But actually it can be quite debilitating, empathy, because if you sort of take on the emotional struggles of just one person and that resonates with something that's going on with you, that's hard enough. But if you multiply that by 7 or 8 billion, that's people on the planet, then that becomes an impossible thing for you to be able to do. And is actually a debilitating thing and actually limiting thing. And interestingly, I was reading a book recently by a chap called Rutger Bregman, I think his name is. He's a Dutch historian stroke journalist interested in psychology. And he reports about some research done on empathy and how debilitating it can be with people. It's a book called Humankind, and as I was reading it, I was reminded of the questions that come up in the workshops. And one of the researchers had basically come to the conclusion that it wasn't a useful thing in terms of a skill because of the debilitating effects of it. And it made me focus on that bit more in terms of sharing this with people. And what came to me as I was reflecting upon this is it's what people are really looking for is compassion, not empathy. Now, compassion is very, very different. Compassion is something that's a natural aspect of the infinite silence or the infinite awareness that you are. And as you realize that awareness, that infinite awareness, and you see people suffering, there's a natural energy of compassion. It doesn't mean that you're taking on the struggles and suffering of the others, because if you do that, you will be in that same place yourself. But it's a recognition that actually deep within their heart, the heart of the silence, the infinite awareness, that's what they are too. Even people in deep suffering are already this. And from this space, one can have compassion for the suffering that you can see in people and in the world in general. And that's why compassion is much more effective than empathy. Empathy will take you on a downward spiral of emotional energy, and you will get lost in that, and you will become that because you believe that you are that. Whereas compassion comes from awareness, the knowing that whatever's going on the outside world, one is already the infinite awareness that is untouched, perfect, whole and complete, and is unmoved and untouched and unblemished by external circumstances. So it is compassion that you're looking for, not empathy. And yeah, I'm going to have to cut this short because I think my battery is quite low. So I'm going to sign off. Philip Wade here, North Yorkshire, England, 230 miles north of London, from the Cathedral in the wood. Bye now.